And I know in my last recording, I spoke briefly about, boasting in my infirmities and weaknesses and things. And I want to elaborate a little bit about, as far as like in my poetry, you know what I'm saying, and the whole situation involving that. And this is pretty much how it is. I mean, because the Bible say you could boast in your weaknesses and you could boast in the Lord. I know for a fact, any talents I had came from God. And so I boast in the Lord. So sometimes, I would say things like, of course, everybody know, just for example, like construction, or renovation, restoration or something. And you know how hard it would be to complete the job, at high heights, or levels without, a scaffold, And so I make a line or a bar saying dexterate like a scaffold, a dexterate scaffold. And, everybody know the scaffold is like a ladder, but, that's beside the point. Like, the reason I just wanted to clarify, that's not really, that's not all like, in context, it served the purpose, but out of context is not an accurate representation of, my character at all. What it was is, it got to the point where, you got to think about it. I was put in a position of having to defend my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got, it's people saying that I was biting. Biting off people that I don't even care about, haven't heard, nor find talented or interesting, things like that. Now, it's people that can say things like that about you. That's extremely horrendous, to a artist because, I got thousands of all original content. I work hard on, through all types of persecution, all types of tribulations. All of my stuff original came from my hand through the power invested in me through God, from God, and for them to, say something like that, make a lot of people believe it, then it cancels out my whole entire legacy and everything. And so that was the thing. Like, it got to the point where I pretty much had to it was like demarcation. So I had to draw the line and so I got more, didn't care less and less about the things that I'm, about what I'm saying, of course, within reason. But comparing my stuff, to other people's stuff, what I'm saying, it's like a totally different playing field. You know what I'm saying? Because other people aren't bound or governed by the same regulations and rules and the gospel that I am. You know what I'm saying? In the first place. So they don't have the same limits and limitations, but they try to, everybody know about how they try to place additional limits on me since like kindergarten years. That's a different story though. But for this one, yeah, that's a different story, but it's the same exact situation though, campaign all the way from back then to now. When people were, accusing my art, accusing me as an artist of things that I'm not, qualified for at all. That's what it is. And if you think about it, it's character attacks and all of this, because somebody say that about your intellectual property. And, that's that, it can be an ulterior motive behind that being said about you. You know what I'm saying? And that ulterior motive complement whatever the agenda was, years beforehand. Even before there ever was any art, it was already an art related agenda, scam that was placed on me, and so that can be the things that happened recently is 100%, could be seen as facilitating the things that was started back then, in the interest of other people, idea of protecting, their traditions and things like that, because they felt as though it was in danger by maybe a person's talent. But that was mainly what the situation. When I started, talking and boasting about my talent and things like that, it's because I would have no choice, because I'm displaying natural, original stuff, and it's people that sit there, every day watch me, writing my stuff, off the top with no, no excuses. They watch me create my stuff all year, every year, simultaneous to watching me create my stuff all year, every year. They're saying that I'm biting, from, people, places and things that I don't even care about, or pay attention to, nor embrace, nor even know, nothing, nothing, no interest in of that nature. At the same time, now, all of this happened at the same time. Now, at that time, also you got to remember that I'm getting violent persecution wherever I go. That means like carnal warfare, weapons, like being like literally attacked, you know what I'm saying, with weapons. And sometimes distances, sometimes close, whatever, all around the country, you know what I'm saying, no matter where I am or what I'm doing, that's happening at the same time. People watching me create my art, you know what I'm saying, in plain sight every day, lying on it, saying it's biting people that they know I don't even know about, you know what I'm saying, or anything they got going on, while also, you know what I'm saying, there's people trying to kill me, like literally, you know what I'm saying, lethal, every day, everywhere I go, following me, you know what I'm saying, while all of this is happening at the exact same time, simultaneously, you know what I'm saying, all 2020, 2019, 2018, you know what I'm saying. So you got to think about all this, you know what I'm saying, coupled together. This was all one situation, and so that's the thing, you had these artists sending military people and sending FBI people, you know what I'm saying, to like try to take me out so somebody else could claim my natural original creations, intellectual property, in plain sight with no consequences, day after day after day, the entire years, And so, I mean, when all of this stuff is happening, it puts you in a position of course, you'll be defensive if you're an original creator and you value your creations like anybody else would, and this is happening, you know what I'm saying? And that's I mean, you get to the point where you like, yeah, I gotta stand up for my stuff. And so it's like, yeah, I mean, they attack my strength, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Which was my art, by lying on it, you know what I'm saying? Falsely accusing me. And so, I was like, well, I can pay attention to the technicalities of the situation, and then I attack their weaknesses, because their strengths, which is their contributions, are things that they've had decades to fortify. You know what I'm saying? There's people who had decades, years to fortify and protect their strengths. You know what I'm saying? Like masculine, like enclosing it in giant castles and things like that. Just, metaphorically, protecting their fortune, protecting their, and solidify in stone their contributions. You know what I'm saying? While they know my situation, how my story started, you know what I'm saying, and how it ended up, and then what's been happening to it ever since. But with that knowledge, using it to further disinvent me and cancel me through a diabolical, you know what I'm saying, demon scam. That's the best I can describe it, and it's overarching, and you know what I mean? That's the craziest thing about it. I mean, and so like, well, their weaknesses, you know what I'm saying? Nobody talks about their weaknesses. The weaknesses of those people, and it's really a fight that they would have picked, you know what I'm saying, with their agenda or goal they had placed on me. And then when it didn't fall through, you know what I'm saying, it's like, whatever. That's how everybody, but I mean, me personally being a victim of it, I see all their weaknesses and things. I'm finna eat their weaknesses. And that's what it is. So I'm speaking the truth, really. Like when I say, like, yeah, Dexter Ray like a scaffold, it's true. I say things like that talking about my talent. I mean, because if it weren't for the scam against my life, which is unofficial, unofficially recognized, but it's real, then you already know. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that, these things that have happened, then history would have been written a whole lot differently. And we all know that. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? Wanted to, elaborate a little bit on that, though. But, grass is great.